Today, we're going to talk about the power of the right project management tool. This is part one in a three-part series called From Chaos to Clarity, where I'm teaching busy business owners how to create efficient and productive remote teams in simple steps. So, have you ever thought to yourselves, I've spent tons of time and money building the perfect remote team, only to find out that it feels a lot easier to just do the work myself? That's where most business owners come for our help. Everybody's in that exact same position when they come to us. And then they start to think, I'm a bad manager, or I've hired the wrong team member, or I need more team members. I'm already spending all this money. Can I even afford all these team members? So then it just goes into a complete spiral of all the things. So I will tell you that a lot of times when businesses come to us, when we look at optimizing their remote teams, we start to dig in and we evaluate what they have. And the problem actually is not a team problem, a true team problem, we say, but it's actually a system problem. Means it's a problem with one of the systems that surround the team. There are three core systems that I always look at when I evaluate a team. The first is the one we're talking about today, the project management system or task delegation system, as I call it sometimes. The second is the team communication system. And the third I call RPA, which is roles, processes, and accountability. Now, we always start with discussing the project management system because that really interlaces with all the other systems. They're all equally important. I'm starting with this one because it can kind of intertwine with the other two. So, I have had businesses come to me with no project management tool at all. They are managing things on spreadsheets or email, and it's just utter chaos all across the board. But I've also had businesses come to me and they have a project management tool. Maybe they don't have something fancy set up like ClickUp, where they have all the automations, everything's built in, and they're still like, I can't figure out why my team's not getting work done. Why do I still feel so overwhelmed with this? So, if you had a bad setup or the wrong project management tools, you will experience things like missed deadlines or tasks falling through the cracks or delayed tasks that just keep repeatedly falling further and further behind. Also, incomplete work. No one knows what they're working on. Those are all symptoms of the wrong project management tool or the wrong project management tool setup. If you have the right project management tool, some things that you'll notice is that your work's complete on time. You can tell what everybody in the business is working on. There's clear ownership for each project. All of those things mean that your project management tool is probably on the right track. So now what if you've decided I don't have the right project management tool? So how do I choose the right one for me? Do you visually like the setup of the platform? This is a big deal. This is honestly probably the biggest deal because as a business owner, if you don't like the way things look and you don't like to do a task, you will put it off. I am prime example of that in my own business even. Some people find ClickUp, for example, very overwhelming to look at. They don't like the user interface of it. So that's not the tool for them. Even though it has all the bells and whistles and Sally down the street uses it, it's not the right tool for somebody who doesn't like the layout of it. And then another thing that we see is the features. Does it offer the features you need? You need to evaluate that. Do you want chat in your project management tool? Okay. So everybody, the big players right now all offer chat, but they're in various locations throughout the project management tool. It's not all created equal. Does that work for your business? You need to look at that. And then the last thing is really to look at the organization of the project management tool. There's businesses that have been in one project management tool and they find it's not layers enough deep for the projects they work on. A marketing agency, for example, that I worked with had a little bit of a problem using Monday.com because the business owner didn't feel like there was enough levels in the project management tool to actually make it functional for her business and the way she liked to look at her information. So, of course, obviously, she moved away from that and she was much happier in another project management tool. So, then there's some things you want to look at. I always say at the end of the day, it comes down to the best project management tool is always the one you'll use. So, if you won't use it, don't get it. Doesn't matter who says it's great. If you are not going to use it, it is not the right one for you. Now, if you feel overwhelmed by all the choices and you need help, then reach out to us. One of the things that we're offering right now is called the Fix My Team Business Audit, where we look in depth at your team and all the systems around it, and we make recommendations to you. So if that feels like something that would be a good fit for you, please reach out. Send us a quick DM or an email, and we'll be more than happy to chat with you and find the project management tool that will get your team on the path to success. Don't forget to tune back in for our next sessions on team communication systems and the RPS roles, processes, and accountability systems. See you soon.